before we begin, I need you to know what you are, okay? So, if you teach reading, if you teach math, if you teach science that is a star countable and they take the star on it, you are an SGP, okay? The SGPs are preloaded rosters. Yours is going to look a little different than an SGO, okay? I'm going to run through the SGO and I'm going to run through the SGP. So if you hear me say SGO and you're an SGP, that is not you, all right? Your rosters are preloaded, it's a little bit easier. If you are an elective, it's not seeing. If you're an elective, you're an SGO. You're going to have to load your own roster, okay? I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. I'm going to run through it so that way once you see it, you can go and get it done, okay? Your due date, SGO, for SGO only, your due date to load your roster is Friday. If there's something that you can't get in, just let me know and we'll work it out, okay? Because of time, I know we're busy this week, so just let me know. But if you have a free time, get in there and try to load your rosters. Yeah, I know we're having it.
What do SGPs do?
SGPs, there's a window. Your job is easy, and you're going to see how easy your job is right now. So the majority of the work is on the administration. So yours is the easy part. So I'm going to run through the SGO first because they have to go, okay? All right, so I'm going to use my login for the SGO. So what you're going to do, SGO, is you're going to go into Grow. You're going to go into Grow. When you open Grow, I've already created mine, but I'm going to create another one, okay? So I'm going to go to Actions, and then I'm going to add a class. Once I go into Actions and I add a class, you have to put what your subject content is. I am non-instructional. Electives, you're probably non-instructional or non-core instructional. I'm a counselor, I'm going to find my counselor. You're a teacher, if you're a Spanish teacher, you're going to find Spanish. If you're choir, you're going to find choir. You should be able to find your subject. I'm just kind of running through like the process. If you need some help, I'll walk around afterwards, okay? So then I'm going to just put my information in. Full year, if you're a full year. My plan is an SGO. I'm going to name it training. Once I put in all my information, you might want to just listen first and then you can go in there. Once I put in all my information, I'm going to add. Okay? And Mr. Arieta will kind of help you out in a little bit. Alright, once I add it, it's going to pop up my window. Okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a student. Right there at the top. It takes a while. Okay, now that you have added a student, because you all are 6th grade teachers, I'm going to open this and I'm going to go to the MacArthur Vertical, because we're MacArthur Vertical. I'm going to go to Escamilla Intermediate, because we teach at Escamilla. I'm going to go to grade level and I'm going to put 6. And I'm going to search. These are all the students in Aldine. You can go through each roster if you want and click, or if you prefer, you can go in and put that ID number in there if you have your student ID, and you can search like that. So it's up to you if you want to search through the whole roster like this, through each page, and just add, or if you want to put the student ID. That's your option, okay? If, for example, I'm going to say Denise is my student, I'm going to click on Add. And you're not going to see it, okay? But it did add it, all right? So what you're going to do is you're going to go back to your cookies up here. This is what you're going to work with. You're going to go back to your class roster. And here you see a Denise. Okay, I added her. Remember, you need a max score. Let's say I have a test that I give. It's 100. That's my max score that they can get. My baseline score, Denise scored a 70. Okay, there's Denise. She scored a 70. Okay? Where do I want to see Denise grow to? I want to see her grow to a 90. Okay? The final score, she did awesome. She got a 95. Okay? Did she meet my target? Yes. Okay? That's what you have to do. There's different options that you can use. You don't don't have to use numerical. You can use yes or no, you can use alphabet, or you can use yes or no, alphabet, and numerical. Okay, so there's 3 different options you can use. So that's up to you and what you want to use. So for example, for band, you did a chair test. You give 100, or how do you work it, Miss Hill?
Well, chair test is subjective. Would you want me to use that one?
So you can use yes or no,
Okay.
if you want, if you think that'll work. Like at the beginning, yes, and then did they meet your target by the end of the 6 weeks? Yes, or however your SGO went. Okay, so that's just an example. All right, so that is exactly what the SGOs have to do. The only thing the SGO is doing is the roster. Okay, now we're going to move on to. Is there any questions on the SGO before I move on to the SGP?
So we have to find every ID number?
No, just look, your kids are alphabetized right there. You can go straight down to your class
Yeah.
roster and click on them. You don't have to go by ID numbers.
But she said it had every kid in the whole district, so one.
No, that's only Escamilla. That was Escamilla. I showed you. Here, look. If I take you back to.
Yeah, no, like,
If you need to get back in your paper, you're going to go here, actions, and you're going to go to edit.
okay, go here. And
You
just
get back into
say,
your roster.
That's grade 1.
Yeah,
You add the students. Remember, you're picking MacArthur vertical.
click at it, you're good.
You're picking 6th grade. And you're picking Escamilla. So you're only seeing Escamilla students if you follow that process. All right, any more questions before I move on to SGP? All right, SGPs, so we can get you started. I'm going to use Miss Sadler. SGPs, you do not go into Grow. You're going to go into Link. So you can click on Link.
And search.
Going better, I'll take it.
And then from there, you can go straight down and add.
Once you click on Link, you're going to go to Actions. It's going to pop up all, you have to go through each. You have to go through each class, okay? Some of your classes are loaded depending if they're GT, depending if they're CT, so they're going to be loaded on a separate roster. You have to go through each and every roster that you have, okay? You're going to go to Actions.
Because of the same thing, then you can.
You're going to go to Begin.
Luckily,
Tom?
I gave all ID numbers.
Through each class. For example, this is your ELA students, so they're on their own little roster. You're going to look at the students. This is excluded, student not on campus. This could be excluded because
Came after Peeps.
he came after Peter. Yeah, so he doesn't count towards your SGP, okay? Because you haven't been teaching this student all year long. Right here, included. This one will count. That means that is your student. It's going to count for you. You had them all year long. You've been giving them lessons all year. Okay, so that's going to include.
rotate through.
If you're okay with this,
Yeah, exactly.
Sadler, this looks good?
Yes.
This is correct.
It is correct that he came after Peems and that she has been here all year, yes.
And you're okay with it. You're going to click submit.
Wait, tell them they're not okay.
What do you mean by not okay?
All right. If you're not okay, if you see a student and the student does not belong to you or there's some sort of issue, do not submit that roster.
Okay.
So you're
What
not
I'm
saying,
going
are
to
they
do
okay
is-
with their growth? That's not what we're saying.
That's not what we're looking at. We're approving the roster and the roster only.
Got it.
Okay? If you have an issue with a student that looks like they weren't your kid all year long, all of a sudden they're here and they're included, it has to say included. Write it down. There's a sheet that Ms. Gilbert made that you're going to write that student down. Your AP is going to go look at it. They're going to go see if there is a reason for it. Yes, this kid was not here all year long. Why is he showing up in your roster? And they're going to fix that. Okay? So do not do it yourself. They will do it because we got to go look at what the issue is. The only thing that we cannot change is attendance. So if this kid's been here all year long, but they missed 20 days of school, they're still going to count for it. Okay? Because we're supposed to have been giving them, makeup work or whatever the case may be. So you're still going to be responsible for those children.
Yes, first.
That's all you have to do. So you're going to go through each and every roster. You're going to go to action. You're going to go to begin.
Get some better so we have some. I know you'll do it.
You're going to look at your children. Once again, we have excluded, student not on campus for appraisal. The rest of them are included. You're just gonna, I'm not gonna click on this one. I'm gonna let you look at it. You're either going to approve, if everything looks good, you
Well,
submit.
you have two options of how you can do
Okay.
it.
Right.
You don't have to load yours by classes. I told her that.
All right, does everybody understand?
Yes.
What
Okay.
if they were, what if they were here all year, but they were not doing it class the whole year?
And that is something that you're going to write. If they were here all year and they were not in your class, then you need to write that student's name down.
And then what do I do?
Because we need your administrator needs to go put them with the teacher that they belong to.
This is really easy if you type in.
Does that make any sense?
But what do I do on things? Don't submit anything.
Don't submit it. If there's an issue with your roster, do not submit that specific roster. You can open your first class, that one looks good, everything's okay, you're okay with it, you press submit. If you go to the next roster and it's like, oh no, this kid's not mine, I haven't seen them all year long, do not submit that roster. Write the name down on the sheet that Ms. Gilbert created, and your administrator's gonna go look at that. And we can make changes as needed. We can exclude them off of your roster. I've seen it, so you can't exclude it. Okay?
It said I didn't find it.
Everybody understand SGPs?
Yes.
Everybody okay?
Yes.
All right, so I will come around and help you if you have any questions as well, SGO and SGP. Okay?
I'm already on this person.
That's all we're doing right now.
That's what you're doing for today, and you're pretty much done SGPs. SGO is just going to take a little bit more time because you have to load your own rosters, and I had to load my own personal roster so I know where you're. I feel your pain. I get you. Okay. All right. So let's begin. All right. So this is what the district is using to track your growth. It's piloting. It's kind of new this year. Our SGOs are a little bit different than our SGPs. They're still working on stuff. You know, there's going to be a lot of questions. So right now we're just kind of doing what they're asking us to do with the timelines, because there's timelines that we have to meet. Okay, and right now is the approval of your roster timeline. So that's basically what we're doing today. You're going to go in and approve your roster. I'm going to show you how to do the SGO first, because I have more SGO people, and then I'll show you how to do the SGPs. So for SGO, I can show you under Mr. Arietas because he's an SGO. So only like I told you, if you're an SGO, this is where you're going to go. This is the link you're going to follow. All right, so we're going to do grow. So you can go to grow if you're an SGO. And then you're going to come down here and you're going to go to actions. You're going to add a class.
Which
Under roster.
Which actions, those two actions on?
It's the one at the top.
This one?
Yeah, I'll do it again. So we're right here at the top, my rosters,
Click on the next one.
action,
This one.
add class. Once you add the class, you're going to find your content area. So in this case, he is non-instructional. So you can kind of go in there and look for your content area. Example, this person's dyslexia specialist.
Actually, do it. Just do this.
You would be full year. And if you want to just kind of look at the example, you can kind of look and then you can go and kind of play with it and we'll come around and help you.
Your size, move up on
For SGOs, you're going to use each one of your classes. So that's why we ask you to bring your rosters. You're going to add a student.
Under where it says scoring, is that supposed to be?
It depends on what you want. If you're doing like a pre-test, then it's going to be numerical. If you're doing just you want to see them grow from here to there, you can do yes or no. So if you have a pre-test that you're going to use, you want to use the numerical.
Remember, it has to go off of your objective you wrote at the beginning of
For
the
your
year.
SGO. And SGOs, you're going to have till Friday to kind of complete this. So if you're not ready with all your information today, you'll have till Friday to ask questions and to complete. This is for SGO only. SGPs, it's way easier. administrator, that's why I'm doing them first. You all are just gonna go look and approve. If everything's good, you'll fill out information that you need. Yes, Ms. Gabbard?
HDP, I didn't hear what that is, I'm
The
sorry.
SGP is, you're gonna go in, you're gonna log in. Once you log in, we're gonna go to link, and it's gonna show you all your children. It's gonna give you, whatever you have in SMS, that's what you're going to see.
Okay,
Okay? And what you're gonna do is you're gonna go in there and you're gonna approve. It's gonna say included or excluded. If it's included, they're gonna count for you.
Yes,
If
ma'am.
it's excluded, they don't count against you. You don't have to worry unless it's a student that you've had already for a while and you know you've been teaching this child and it's excluded, then you wanna include them. So we
Okay.
can go in and we can, your administrator will fix that for you. Okay?
Thank you.
What do
So-
the letters SGP
Go
mean?
where?
Student growth plan. Alright, so, on this one, an easy way for the SGOs, you can go and you can go to here, you go to our vertical MacArthur, you go to all, you pick Escamilla. Depending on your grade level, I have majority 6th grade in here.
Go to 6A, no, that's accelerated.
And then you search it, and it's gonna pull up all our 6th grade students.
Oh, I'm sorry, what are we doing?
So if, in your computer, once you set this up, you can kind of, basically find all our kids, and I can do it again.
Oh, regular.
So get through that part first. Find your group, find where you are, set it all up first. And that's gonna be why. I'm gonna move on to the SGP so they can get started. Ms. Gilbert will come around for SGO help. All right, SGPs. Actually, let me get Miss. They want there.
Regular, right here?
Okay, so,
Right
you
here.
wanna go again from right there?
Here, and then go,
science, CT or
Oh,
something, yeah.
I don't have it there.
Or
Okay,
GT.
I don't have it there. So I go add,
And I'm just gonna show you guys how to do this.
go
Class
add.
schedule for school year.
All right, for SGPs, anybody that's an SGP, I'm gonna show you how to do your stuff.
Yeah.
SGP,
That's 5th grade science.
yes, go to link, SGP, go to link,
I mean, that's this part of it, but this number.
I'm gonna wait for everybody there.
For you.
You're gonna go to the second one that says link. It's gonna pop up this window, you're just going to exit out, it's just telling you exactly what I told you, whether you're an SGP or an SGP.
And then hit,
Is that
yes, add.
Go to link, everybody got it on link, everybody on there?
We're all on different pages.
So, SGPs, you should be able to see,
Okay.
you should be able to see all your rosters, your SMS, your students that you have. I had one reading teacher earlier, didn't go through all of them, you have to go through each and every one of them that is on there. Okay, so make sure you click each and every one. So let's go to actions on the first class. You're going to begin.
Can we find our students? Yeah, okay, so.
In this case, these two students are included, meaning she's been teaching these children all year long. Is that correct? So if that's correct, and she doesn't have, another reason why they should be excluded, then this looks good, you can submit it.
Can I add on?
It's pretty simple. You're gonna push, okay, by submitting, you understand, this is the children that are gonna go on your roster for review. Perfect, yes.
I already have a question. I have one that says student not on campus for full appraisal period.
Okay,
Right. If you have one,
right here?
let's see if she has one. Let me open one of her big classes, and you'll see that.
And then the other one, grade 6.
All right, here she has also, you're gonna have little notes on the side. This kid either came after PIMS, so it's not gonna count against you, it should say excluded,
It was before.
before PIMS. Did the student withdraw?
Yes, he left for a period of time.
He left and came back, and it says excluded.
You're gonna be doing this all night?
Yes.
Then you're okay, it's not gonna count against you, because they don't want to count a child against you if you didn't give them all the instruction they could do. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am, it does.
They're not gonna count it against you because he was gone and then he came back, so that they wanna make it fair to the teacher
Okay.
that they taught. You taught them all year long.
I know I have a lot of questions, I'm sorry.
No, that is perfect, and it's perfect, that is perfect.
My question is, what is this for? What is this attached to?
This is going to attach to your actual vest. This is going to pull your stars, and that's how they're going to see the growth. This year, because we didn't do it in the previous years, it might not count as much, but next year, it's gonna start to be tied to
Science, red,
and all that. So like, master teacher, for example, I would consider you a master teacher. That, remember how they've talked about the master teachers and so forth and giving them more money? Well, they'll be able to see more of this growth from that. So if you're a master teacher, basically your kids will pretty much be successful or most or whatever. So they'll be able to track those children as they go through grade levels.
Okay, thank you, and it's clear to me now, I understand.
Okay, so
Yes,
good?
ma'am.
Yeah, so this is how they're gonna actually see the
We're gonna
growth
go
of the
to
children, because they're gonna track them
first block
as they
is
go.
what
Yeah, it's kinda neat in a way.
I have a question about this. This program, as it says, each is or should be attributed to another teacher.
Okay.
I had them at the beginning of the year, but in a different class.
Right, and that's another question that we've seen a lot. What you wanna do, don't submit the if you have a kid that was in your first period, and then now they're in your last period, don't submit that roster until you check and make sure they're on that last roster. Does that make any sense? So you had a first period, well, it says excluded, okay? Go check fifth period, if it says included, then he's included for last period. Okay, so if there was any schedule movements, and you all kind of know that on your own, you'll go and just make sure they're on that other one. If you have an issue, we do have these sheets that you will get, okay? And I can give it to you if you have an issue with anybody, you're gonna write the information. And then your administrator is Ms. Ross. She'll go in there and she'll see what's going on, and she can change it. So she can exclude and include if there's an issue. Okay? So if there is an issue, and if there is an issue, and you fill one of these out, do not submit that particular roster. Okay? Because of course by submitting, you're okay with it. So if you're not okay with it, don't submit that roster. Okay? Until we can fix it, you're gonna review it again, and then we'll come back and, you can come back and submit it. Yeah?
Double rosters for fall and spring. I did, and that was
Double
part of
rosters,
something, at least
we've
by the
had
last
double
time,
rosters
custom
with our
there.
math groups, and if it's
Click
the exact
it,
same
and
thing
then
and
delete,
everything
and
looks
then put
it's
them
okay,
up.
you have to do
You have to do it
Not
twice,
first,
right?
but
I'm
last
just
time,
assuming
it's
it's
kind of
fall
cool.
and
Yes.
spring. Okay,
yes,
that's cool.
okay?
Should be stuck on this building.
So, does everybody understand how to approve their roster?
Yes, and I do have a question.
All right, I'm going to log out of you. And then you can start yours.
You can log out, no.
Let me say student is attributed to another teacher, like.
Was he in a different class?
Go down your list.
Did you have them all
This
year
is the
long?
right class.
And you had them all year long? So that's when you would write down on the sheet, write it on your sheet, and put the reason, I've had them all year long and it says he's excluded. Is he on any of your other rosters?
I don't know.
You can kind of look for him. Don't submit
that
it,
one.
just don't submit it.
Okay,
Okay,
so how do I
They're
go
not
back
a
to my
SGO.
you're gonna go back up to the
They're
top,
not,
to roster in the very top corner. There's cookies on the very
they're
top
not,
left.
not a SGP.
What if I have a new student just came in Monday?
You can if you want to, because you're an SGO.
So you just open this.
Nope, he's not on here.
That's up to you.
So it's double. Yes,
Just
fall
exactly.
and spring.
Okay?
So do you have to have them
All
both
right.
visual?
Yes, no, I hear
I'm
you.
so sorry.
I'm here, I hear you.
I don't know why they're.
So is it better to go through this entire
Alright, so here we
screen?
go.
The only thing I can think of is it was.
Before you submit it, yes, I would do
Fall and
that.
spring.
Okay.
Non-core
Yes,
instruction.
definitely.
3 weeks.
Now,
And special education.
Kiddos, which one are you talking about? I know that, Alondra is yours and she'll count for you if she has an extra. So she's excluded, but she should be yours.
Yeah, she did.
Okay, write that down, because we can change it. We're gonna have to go see who she's attached to, and then we have to say them on, or you can on yours.
But if they were there for Peems, they stay.
For Peems,
Yeah, if they switch them in December,
I
they
hit
still stay with their
something.
original
I hit-
teacher.
I hit something. I hit something. I want something.
should be.
You're not done with
No,
that? You can still have extra.
Oh,
And pick up like
There's
left
all
off from the
back
last
in
minute.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go.
Yeah, don't put it with
Oh, don't come and have them have their, you do them by names or you can do it. Alright, thanks, not filtering them like this.
Oh.
We just had.
I did my English.
Yes.
Make sure we do him.
Someone's cute. So you can do any numbers, last name, whatever you want, but these are all your sixth graders.
Oh, Ms. Bates, I have a question. So some of these, when we got that teams list, they were, so it's not showing your.
If they left during the middle of the school year, they were moved in those. Oh.
Yeah, they moved them.
Oh, I need to back.
Came back, but you didn't have them the majority of the time.
Okay.
So you got to have, if you had them the majority
If you,
of the
if they
time.
were here before Peems and they checked out of our school and came back, they still count for us.
Even if they say excluded in here?
Yes, that put on the paper, because if they were here before Peems, they're here.
Okay, and they're here and then they came back.
Yes.
But if they were here and
They
they're
were already
gone
here.
and they're just.
If they leave, they're gone, they're just gone. But if they were here, they leave and come back, they're still ours.
Okay.
No,
Now I'm
no,
back.
not the
Now I'm
ones
back
we
where
were
I should
changed.
be. Okay, so I did.
What we can do, when you're gonna put, on your paper where you're fixing it, make sure you put what blocks and period you have them, so when we go and look at it,
And
we
your
can find
name.
it quicker. With your name at the top, because your administrator will email you to go back on there and submit, or whatever the result was, they'll let you know.
So just leave that blank. Don't submit,
I would
just cancel.
not, don't submit that one. If you're done and everything's good, you log out and we can go. SGOs are a little bit different, I know, mine was SGO, put it in there. Pick those great, strong babies.
Automatically says, you're not gonna go back if you're done, you're gonna go back to grow. And
Oh, my
then
first time.
restart and do another thing.
First time for you.
Gone. And then it'll keep it gone.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm Miss Baker.
Toodles.
Okay, and you said we had until Friday, so if you wanted to go back and double check the team's date.
The SGP, we actually had, your.
It only puts like 15
Oh,
kids
they
at a
did have a bit more
time.
time for that. But you also
You know
have
what I
to do
mean? You
administration,
gotta search
you
them
have to
all.
go in there and approve it for you as well.
Okay. Oh, yeah,
That's
I
why
would
we're
have.
doing it now, so that they have time,
You
because
got
they have to do all their reading.
Right.
Okay, for all their science teachers,
I
so
just
they
have
need
to
time,
find out.
and they actually have to go one at a time and do it.
Okay.
So they need more time than, so you multiply your classes times how many reading teachers, that's how many times it goes.
That's true,
So
okay.
they need now,
So one more question. This student is in my first period. They moved her to my last block for 1 day.
does it say included on one of them?
Yes.
Then it's
she's-
fine.
Okay, she's excluded from this one. but she's-
Right, and included on the other, that's fine, because we're not gonna count her twice.
Okay, all right.
So like I went through my first block, I added all my kids, right? So then what do I do?
You're done with that one,
With
is
that
your first
one,
one?
yeah.
Okay. And you go back to row. Now you go, action, and you go next one. You had already added it? Yeah, now you're
Now I
just
gotta
add
go through all these
students
kids.
and do the same thing, yes, exactly.
Okay.
That part will go to all, right here. And
Can
Escalante,
you imagine if you didn't get a grade level versus search?
and right here, all, and are you looking for fifth or sixth? Sixth grade, search. And I'll give you a smaller.
Now, what if a kid is not here? They should be here, because I know my alphabet.
Do you have their ID number?
What I was saying, see, it's Ambrosio, A-M-B, and I didn't, I don't know, I got that also. I said, I don't know my alphabet. So I'm not a reading teacher.
SGOs, if you can't find them, we can probably look up their ID numbers and that'll usually pop them out. It's because we have a lot of kids with the same name, the same last name, same first name. So if you have to go through each and every roster, because like I said, one of my reading teachers missed a few of their classes, so you would have to come back, go back around and do it again tomorrow. So make sure that you go through each and every roster. Good?
Mrs. Strange, this that was moved from CT
Right.
to regular.
Right, I
That didn't
remember.
move from my class
Right.
altogether.
You had the majority of the time.
So, okay. So I included her on the other one too for the. But you know what it makes sense, because during that time period, she was, I've already submitted it. I'll call you back when I get out of that. Thank you.
She would have been your first block.
Right, initially she was, and then she moved on first block to,
That's right, because she got D and Q from STEP.
right, but she stayed in that first block, and then she had a problem that she was moving to a different classroom.
Right, so you shouldn't see her at all anymore. I mean, you should see her in your first block, but she shouldn't be on any of your other rosters. Does that make sense?
No, I have all those kids.
First, so the first block you said though, right? So then you shouldn't see her anymore.
There's one that's on it.
And where do we put this?
We put on that show right there.
You know, that would be because she was
Right.
SPED. That's why you're seeing her twice.
Right.
Yes,
Am I right?
yes,
Okay.
that's correct. Because she was, because when they put them in an SMS,
Remember
they
what
put
we were
them
telling you about?
according to,
What you had to stop and do
Right.
something else?
So this is one of
So I
those,
should see her twice.
stop and do something.
yes,
Okay,
I was
okay.
gonna ask you too, I need to bug you, maybe, I'm gonna be here tomorrow, but maybe.
because she was not regular and now she's regular.
No, we won $1.
I didn't win any regular. No, with that. You can go back up to the hospital, to the road.
I will be in Lee Ford meeting tomorrow.
I'm gonna be here
Friday
tomorrow.
is
Right.
fine with me. I'll be there. Put on my chairs.
I mean, I started all over again.
So do.
All
right, Ms. Bates.
I'll just put it up there. All right, thank you, Ms. Gracie. You can put the second block, wherever block that is, so you
Make
know.
it in the second. This.
Okay, what is it?
Add.
Mhm.
No, there's two of them.
I had the same issue earlier, I think the choir. I need to see what her SMS ID is.
And
Hold on.
then I go to, from here.
Who are y'all talking about? Alejandro?
Yes,
How did I know? Which one do you need? Last number?
which one do you need?
I think Miss McGibbon, you teach Alejandro, it was with the ID number 8819 or something like that.
Alejandro, who?
No, Alejandra.
Alejandro Montoya, or
She's got a 3-2 and she's got a 6-9.
read me the whole number.
844132.
132. That is
Oh, I'm in
McKibben's, I think.
You know, 1, 2, the same name?
Right, that's why they have to, that's what she needs to, that's why Kelly remembers the number because of testing.
Oh.
The other one's 844269.
The 269 is the one that's more bilingual.
That's me. 6-9 is me.
Okay, so then you're 3-2.
Ooh. Okay, great.
You okay?
Oh, yes, yeah.
Smart. Yeah, windows.
I'm just trying to think, so again, if they were, if they moved around, but then they came back, so they were here before Pease, and they're here now.
So, page N, are you, you're claiming it does,
If
right?
it says include, exclude, it
Right.
says excluded.
Yeah, it says like Samantha was excluded, but she was gone for 3 or 4 weeks. and then she
The
was-
problem, I'm gonna tell you why that is, and they do need to fix it, because it's a mess up in their system. It's because SMS is tied to this program, And
then
SMS only pulled the last time they
schedule?
checked in school. So if they were here earlier and checked out and checked back in, it records the last time they checked back in. That's why,
That's how
there's
you
where
go
those
to
glitches come from. But we can look up their
Can you change it to
actual
regular?
things.
And it's kind of like I said, it's kind of work in progress.
Right.
I think this is the first year that they're actually doing the whole Patel for kids, so.
Okay.
Regular.
They'll work those kinks out by next year, I'm assuming.
They don't work them out because we
We would
dump an
hope so.
SMS.
Right there. Oh, okay. So, and then a.
Plan.
Oh,
We're not doing this. Everything okay?
fine. From here, and then I go to action.
Now you would add to. Do the same.
Same difference.
To do sixth grade, which is grade level, change that to six. And then for your
Where?
region pick
Right
there.
MacArthur, region pick
Mhm.
MacArthur,
MacArthur, okay.
grade level six.
On
No.
the building,
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
building?
building estimate.
in here,
All.
that's me. Right there. And search.
Which.
That'll pop your kids
Okay.
up. If you have their ID numbers, you don't have to do all that.
I wish I had known that.
What?
If you had the ID numbers, yeah, for next year, you can have their ID numbers, you can just tap their ID numbers, enter the ID number, enter.
So if you accidentally miss somebody that kicked back the whole class, and
No.
No.
I'm just saying, I'm like, you know, to double check, like, you see somebody you had from last year, you're on the block, you're like, oh, yeah, I clicked that person or not. You know what I mean?
You can always, you're gonna be able to look at your list.
Okay.
So you'll
So you know what,
be-
I'm gonna, I gotta find one last person, Janelle Torres. Show the next page. Janelle Torres. Okay, so this class is done.
Okay, so go to class roster, open in your cookies, like it shows you at the top.
Right.
Class
Miss
roster,
McKinnon.
see 'em.
Yes.
I was thinking for next year,
Okay, so go to grow.
Since I have all those old Stanfords and stuff, then
Uh-huh.
at the beginning of the year with y'all students, we'll go ahead and give a science
As long
pre-assessment.
as you don't submit
And then we
anything,
can
you're
enter
able to
those
go
as
in
their
and edit.
beginning score.
Yep, I got it.
And then at the end of the
Yeah.
year, give them the same
And
test.
even if you wanted, you
And
see those
see if
X's?
they have
If you
growth,
wanted
that
to
sounds
take
great.
one out, push the X,
That
you
is,
So for I'm gonna go.
Wow, I like
forward
that
and do it
idea.
again and just look again.
I
Yeah,
like
so,
I wanna-
don't let me
glad
forget
you're
for
over
next
time,
year.
Right?
all right, I will put it
So I'm
in
gonna
my
add to my
book.
third class.
Thanks for thinking of us.
Well, it makes more sense to have a actual.
Exactly.
Remember, if you haven't put your scores in, don't submit anything until all your
Okay.
scores are in your roster.
What scores is
Okay.
this you're talking about, just so I don't get that?
Well, what's your SGO written on?
Man, I don't remember, it was a long time ago.
Well, you go back in your SGO, you see what your SGO is written on.
It's probably based on student growth and whatever.
Right, so for example,
Show me where to go for that, just so I know where to add class.
for example, so I need to add a kid before we do that. I'll just go into what you're in.
So once we're finished, you just log off or?
She'll be low.
So
Yes.
let's go
Now, with yours,
here.
you need to get their,
Yep.
whatever your baseline was for how y'all wrote your SGOs, I told the other one.
Okay, no,
So
wait.
you look at their last
Let's
year's
say
star
you gave a
scores,
test and your max
put those in,
score.
and then you'll enter
Okay.
this year's,
Your
and then
baseline
you'll track
for.
growth.
Okay.
Get with them, and, you know, y'all as
So
a
let's
group
say
thought,
her baseline score, when she pre-test and she scored a 70. Okay? You want her growth to be, you want her to get a 80.
second, I'm gonna run and go print out those eight.
The kid ends up getting a 95. She met her target. That's on you.
No,
That's what you get. No, did science have a pre-test that they had of any sort?
No,
No, but we're
So
gonna
it's-
fake it.
So you're going,
I'm gonna fake it.
Well, you know, technically, we have last year's Stanford scores that we can use.
so the which
You know,
benchmarks?
we can use last year's Stanford as their baseline scores, because the kids took Stanford last year.
But where do we get those scores at?
Eduphoria.
Eduporium.
Okay. Oh, yeah, on the Stanford thing. Yep. Not until when? Till when to get this done? Friday?
Friday.
Oh.
And-
Once I get-
and
once I
Actually,
get the
that's what I
names
would
in-
do for y'all. I would go and get their last year's Stanford scores.
Once I get
Okay.
the names in, I'm good to go.
Right.
Oh, and then the girls target week or whatever, and then whatever they get on this one that we're giving on Monday.
And you know what?
Will be
We
our-
are, the Monday,
Right.
this is the Iowa, now this one I send off.
So
If you want, I can
as an
create
SGO,
one that
you
y'all
have
can
to
give
do
as
what
an
we
end of year
do.
assessment,
Road
but I still have the
SGO, you
Stanford.
on what you want to use.
Is this, if I click on this, tell me
Y'all
what my
talk
SGO
about it
was.
amongst yourselves.
Did you click on
If
that?
I click on this, tell me
Oh,
what my
let me
SGO was.
see, did you
I
input
didn't
it?
click on it. When we were doing the
You
stuff
did,
that
you
they were-
have one, no, let me see, go to my portal.
What is Kayla's sister's name?
Isla?
Whatever you want.
You can
Oh, wait,
do
no,
it.
is it?
You sure?
Don't
No, I'm
submit
seeing
it.
something else.
Girl,
No, different one.
I'm not gonna submit anything. My brain is always on.
Sienna or
End
something?
of the day, you know what I'm saying? Matthew's fifth grade is like done in 2 seconds. You're like, how the
you
heck?
cannot submit anything until you put it in your group. All right, so, yeah, you have an answer. So you go to you can go to action.
Go here? Like, what did I even write? 'Cause I don't even remember.
I don't
Get a
see
lot of
them
classes,
added.
or because you got all the.
Oh, yes. See, I'm clicking, and this is all I get.
So then where do I look for,
Here
So
it is.
you said you're going to target the African American student population.
which is just like 10 kids the other day.
Okay.
Okay, Ms. Bates. Sorry, but I have a kid, when I click to add, they won't allow me to add him.
Did you already add them?
Oh,
Like, did you accidentally add them and not you added them?
see, I added her, him.
It doesn't say included like it does the female.
True. It doesn't want to do that.
So I just do my, so if I do the students I'm targeting on this, so like I said, I'm targeting my ACA.
See, I don't
Even
have.
I'm putting in all my students, so the ones I have to do stuff for, the ones I said I target on my SGO,
Who are you targeting?
African American students. Because they were the ones, one of those sub pops that they said we had to concentrate on.
Right, but
That's what I
has to be more than 10 kids.
Oh.
Just saying. It's the first time we did this. I
Yeah.
have to do it all
I
for all,
only have
but that's my
like
target, you know?
Yeah, so go ahead and do all your kids, and we'll pull the Stanford scores from last year, and we can do an end of the year.
Take it till you make it.
I can take another Stanford test, I mean,
So I mean, next year when we look at our SGOs, we know we have to do a little different.
This one, Antonio?
yeah.
Like
'cause
we
it
know we
is-
can't just say target these 15 kids.
Because I have like
If you-
seven,
it
and it
doesn't
doesn't
work,
work,
then-
pull like out.
Okay.
I see where I'm in, I don't want to do a last.
And you know, this is actually for future reference, make sure when you're writing your SGO in the coming years, that you know that you're going to stay on top of, okay, this is the baseline, this is where I want them to grow, and you need to try to push that to see it through, because this is going to be what they're gonna look at. Did your kids grow? Yeah.
This would be tied to money, you know that.
Some people will go and they went full force, some of us kind of willy-nilly on it, but they're actually going to look more at this next year, more so than this year. All right, my name is Elvira Bates, and I'm going to, I'm in the PO8 certification only program, and I'm going to have the summer school meeting with my teachers at this time. Teachers, if you could please hold your questions till the end because I am recording, okay?
Okay.
All right, so for summer school, on Monday, you are going to be required for a minimum of 3 hours, so you must come in and set up your classrooms. We're not going to be at our school, so please do come and set up your classrooms. Technology will be dispersed at 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. to 10 a.m. If you don't get your technology, you won't be able to check it out after that because the library will not be available. Tuesday, all teachers need to arrive by 7:15. Class will start at 7:15. You will have morning duty 1 day out of the week. All right, duty schedules for teachers. You will have, I did pass out a duty schedule for you, so you can look at where your duty positions will be during the summer school program. If you have any questions about your duty positions, you may stay behind and go ahead and ask me about that and what you're going to be covering, where you're going to be. Dress code. Please do, it's not like during the school year, you don't have to come dressed up every day, but you can use your polo shirts and some khakis. No jeans, please. Only on Fridays when they have skirt dress. All right, attendance. Please be sure that you're marking your attendance in the SMS system so that we can keep track of the children. The district will be keeping track of those kids in that SMS system. So in order to be able to be in compliance with the district, we must have the children be input it into SMS that they are in attendance daily. Schedules. The students will already have their schedules on the first day. We have already actually distributed the schedules. Children have where they're going to be going in the morning, so they'll be able to go directly to their classroom on the first day. The children will be eating breakfast from 6:45 to 7 o'clock, and then they will be reporting to their classrooms. As far as extra schedules for the children who have lost their schedules until then, because they're going to go over the weekend and they might lose their schedules, they will be provided an extra schedule that Ms. Rosas will actually be able to give to the students. Technology. Once again, make sure that you check out your technology from 8 to 10 because the librarian will not be available. Mr. Levels will be able to assist you if you have any need any assistance as far as plugging in your technology, setting anything up, your PowerPoints, your Elmos, and so forth. So please see Mr. Levels if you need any assistance with technology. Sign in and sign out. Please be sure to sign in and sign out. There is no clocking in as far as, with your card, so you're going to have to sign in and out on your time. All time will reflect the exact time in, the exact time out. There won't be any written, it'll be pre-written for you. The time to sign, timesheets will be in room 300 for you to actually sign in. On the last day, make sure that you get your verification sheets signed. We're going to probably try to do those a little bit before the end of the school, the last day of school, so we have enough time to do all the verification sheets as far as grades and reporting goes, because we must, to be in compliance with the district, we must have our verification sheets signed and dated before you leave for summer school for the remainder of the year. Teachers, make sure that you leave your classrooms the way you saw them or cleaner. Make sure that you keep everything clean, put everything back where it was. We will be returning technology back to room 300. We're going to put everything back where we got it from because we are going to pull from room 300. As far as books and supplies, we have ordered some books and supplies for our students. Those are coming in. We will also provide supplies for you on the Monday when you come in and check in and start getting your classroom ready. We have supplies to provide for you, glue, paper, whatever you need. If there's any other items that you are requiring, all you have to do is request it, and we'll be able to we'll try to get it for you as soon as possible. Making copies, you can use the copy machine at Hambrick, or you may also come back to our school and make copies. We'll provide copy paper for you and any materials that you might need. My paras, you will be assisting with all duties. That's kind of your role in our summer school. You're going to kind of help us and be our right hand and kind of help us with anything we need as far as lunches, after school duties, morning duties, anything with the children, covering, whatever we need. So you're going to be very important to us during the summertime. And so you're going to kind of be floaters, so just we appreciate your flexibility during our summer school at all times. All right, so are there any questions? No questions?
No.
No? All right, thank you.